actually, we're going to have to, like, skip over it as quickly as you want. Generation Iron, Greg Doucette, Are You a Bully? Obviously, me and Dean did our little thing on it. And obviously, I was watching your RX one the other day when you were calling it, what was it, Vlad the Impaler, Vlad the Dracula.
It's like, I was going to do, I shouldn't tell you, but I was going to go buy one of those the count from Sesame Street. I was going to buy one of those puppets and have just Rachel work its mouth and pretend I'm being interviewed by Vlad. It's like, but then I figured, you know what? That costs like $16.99 for the puppet. I'm just going to set 2 chairs up out the back. Me in one chair, Rachel can film it, and in the other chair, I'm just going to have a brick, got the same fucking personality as Vlad, and just have the brick. Now, Lee, what do you think of such and such? Well, Vlad, that's very nice. It's like him doing his own interviews is like fucking, oh my God. And where did he get the Backstreet Boy clothing from that he fucking wears in those interviews? It's like a cross between Michael Jackson in Thriller and Backstreet Boys. I'm not sure what's going on.
I saw him, he was interviewing, the White House chef, massive, huge arms. He sat there, first question number 1, do you train arms? And I'm thinking, Vlad, you fucking moron, like, clearly he trains arms more than he trains any other body part. But that's his topic of conversation. How do you find training? And they're just so monotonous, pointless, shitty sort of questions.
But the thing I don't like about Generation Iron too, I did say it in the beginning, I do believe they could have went in the right direction and made a good channel and made a good, whatever it is for the sport. But now everything they put on is like asking about steroids. They have on Ortiz and they're asking him about steroids in the sport. They have somebody else on, George Farah. Is bodybuilding healthy? Is this? Is that? It's like everything's just almost negative towards bodybuilding. It's almost like Vlad to me is like, I said it before, he's like one of those movie critics. It's like a movie critic to me is like a failed actor. I want to be an actor, so they try everything you like to be an actor. They can't be an actor, so you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to become a critic and put down great actors. So Vlad's probably wanted to be a bodybuilder, couldn't do it. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to rubbish the sport. And he tries to do it in a nice, slight, subtle way, but it's just fucking, you can just see it. It's like the whole, once those Tony Huge documentaries come out, that was just like, oh, fucking hell. Did you see both of them, did you?
No, did I? I had him on the channel. I interviewed him about it. I didn't watch
it. I watched that second one, and it's just like, it's almost like a jerk circle, but instead you got Tony, the girl, and another guy. And Tony's injecting the girl's injecting the other guy, the other guy's injecting Tony. They're in this little circle injecting each other. Then they go out to restaurants, and he's like, well, why can't I take my drugs in a restaurant? People take insulin if they're a diabetic. Well, I'm growing. So now they're loading up their syringes and taking their shots at a fucking sushi restaurant and shit. I'm just like, and then it's got him throwing up, doing other stuff. I'm like, to me, it's like, that's not bodybuilding. And they get all these followers, and I'm thinking, these young kids think this is bodybuilding. Yes, drugs are used in bodybuilding, not to the extent like that, because this guy's just a fucking moron. And it's the same with, like, when I get abused by Greg's fans, my God, the age range is 18 to 21. Again, looks like I'm being abused by that fucking, what's that Asian group out at the moment? Those little fucking singers. There's like the big hit. Looks like I'm being abused by them. How dare you go on about our Greg this and that. Greg put you in your place. You're dumb. He's smart. I'm like, okay, whatever. I was like, yeah, carry on. And then the thing was, I never knew who he was. And then that's the thing I like about Greg. Greg goes, Lee doesn't even know who I am. How can he know this stuff? Coach Greg. It's like, oh, fucking hell. I was like, Greg, yes, I didn't know who you were. And that's the thing. Once someone brings you up, I go, okay, who is he? I go online, I Google, I watch a few things here. I see where you got caught for drugs. I see where you went on your cycling, like cycling, and you got banned for 8 years because you got caught for drugs. For a guy that's smart, you get busted selling them, you get busted in drug tests. You're not too smart. He goes, he brings up, I don't know who, he shows the clip, I don't know who Greg is. Then how can you speak about me? Because there's a thing called the internet. If I'm a fucking reporter for Channel 9 News and someone brings up, see this guy here, he just killed someone, they go fucking do a little bit of research, and in fucking 10 hours, you can learn a lot about fucking someone these days. So, and then I don't want to mention names, but I probably got 5 pro bodybuilders send me messages about coach Greg and what he's done over the years and stuff like that. So it's pretty easy to learn. He might think he's loved, but he's got a lot of haters too out there that were sending me tons of info if I wanted to really go to town. But so I figured, let me just watch one, because someone said about he went off at Seth. So I watched the Seth one. He's gone off at a few people. Like, did you see the Seth? It's like Seth, me, and these other people. Yeah. All you have to do is change the name, but it's the same spiel, the same fucking speech about this and that and that. You just change the person's name. Instead of Seth Feroce, now it's Lee Priest and this and that. Talking about himself in the third. You know, he does it for views and does it for likes and shit like that. But his followers, I tell you, out of all the abuse I took from, I got probably a couple of hundred of them. I guarantee every one of them. That's why I did that little collage. I put up a couple of them on my Instagram. And I'm just like, not one of them looks like they've ever stepped foot in a fucking gym. I look like 90% of them look like they come from the gay rub and tug parlor. You know, there's nothing wrong with gay rub and tug parlors, but that's where it looks like they came from. And I'm like, and then he's like, and then he goes on about that lift of mine. He says at this age he lifted 525 at this body weight. That would be a world record. Well, maybe back then it was, but I've never lied about my lifts. If I'm going to say I did 525, I could have just said 500, rounded it off, but it was 525. I got no reason to lie. And that was the thing back then. I was pressing at 18. I was doing 4 plates pressed behind the neck. There's videos of me squatting 6 plates at age 17 and stuff like that. And people used to always say, Lee, you should do powerlifting. And that was the running joke, because when I was 18, 19, 17, dieting for shows, I hated dieting. There used to be a running joke, fuck, I should have done powerlifting. I wouldn't have to do this dieting and stuff. So that's like, it's to Greg had that mentality, but that would have been a world record. Why didn't he do powerlifting? Why do bodybuilding? Because I didn't have the passion for powerlifting. If I don't want to do that, I'm not going to do it. My passion at the time was bodybuilding. So, and then it's like people go, yeah, he never done it. He never done it. That's like saying, if someone said to you, well, this 13-year-old kid just won bodybuilding shows. At 14, I was beating grown men. At 17, I placed second in my class at the Universe. People are like, well, no one's ever done that before. No, they haven't, but I did. So, Greg, just because you can't do something doesn't mean other people can't fucking do it. There are people out there that do excel at other things. And it's just like his whole mentality is, well, that would have been a record, but this is the world record back then. So you're saying you could have had the world record? Well, maybe I could have. Maybe there's some guy benching on a farm somewhere we've never heard of that's beating the world record. I've seen guys who, when I used to go around America out in the middle of nowhere, never lifted a weight in their life, worked on farms, just living bales of hay and shit, and their arms are like 24 inches. So, there's people out there that probably do tons of things we don't know about just because it's not documented and recorded. Yeah, so it's like this whole thing's a lie. Now I get tons of messages, why are you fucking lying about the weights you lift? And I go, oh, fucking hell. It's like, whatever.
I think Greg's a fucking idiot. I'll say it out loud. I think he's a fucking idiot. Like you say, it's all clickbait shit. He uses other people's names. He uses other people's names to get fucking, views coming in, shitty thumbnails. And like you say, as soon as I've watched probably 2, not even all the way through. And when he starts and he's like, yeah, and he's doing all that shit that he does, I think, fuck off. I'm not even interested.
And he's got the little string tank top on so he can flex his arms while he's doing this and then do a chest press. It's like, but this is what I like. Then people go, Lee, but why do you come down on him? He says nice things about you. They'll be like me going, oh, that Dean's got great genetics. He trains hard. Oh, he's so fucking dumb. He's fucking idiot. But he places well in his contest. He's much better than I can ever be. It's almost like he gives you that little compliment, then the backhand, the fucking slap. Yeah. It's like, but he says so much nice stuff about you. Oh, that Dean, he looked fantastic. Oh, it's fucking cunt though. Fucking, it's like, just pick one or the other. Don't ride the fence. Don't give me a compliment.
Yeah, but both of them was true. I'm a fucking cunt.
But then he goes on, like I said, then he kept on saying, so I think he said about Seth. Seth said I was a shitty bodybuilder. Look, just us talking about him now, he's going to make another video about this. Seth says I'm a shitty bodybuilder, but I got 4. Not 5th. If my mathematics is correct, 4th is better than 5th, so I must be an okay bodybuilder. I'm not the best bodybuilder, but 4th. Yeah, you got 4th out of a shit lineup, you fucking dickhead. You were the 4th shit cunt on stage. It wasn't like it was Phil Heath, Kai Green, fucking William Bonnack, and then you. It was just like other 4 free shit cunts, and then you. It's like it doesn't matter. The guy that come fucking 10th looked almost just as shit as the guy that got 1st. So fuck off. It's like, and plus, they're giving out pro cards like they're he wouldn't have got a pro card back in the day. People like him, They just get, like you said, that's this fucking clickbait shit. If it was back in the 90s when I came up, you had a magazine. That was it. That's how you saw somebody. That's how you became known and shit. You got fans.
Yeah.
Greg Doucette, baby, back in the fucking 90s in a magazine, you would have just fucking turned the page and kept on fucking turning. That would have been the end of Greg. You wouldn't have had this fucking spiel online to get his fucking followers and shit like that. People like him wouldn't have existed back then, but now we've got these internet fucking warriors and stuff, and he's so smart on this.
People think because they've got a following behind them that they're relevant or they're important. He's sort of entitled himself as the voice of bodybuilding, so to speak, just because he's got, you know, a few 100,000. I mean, I've got, 260,000 on YouTube.
And people are like, oh, he's so smart. He's got, like, what is it, kinesiology or some degree or fucking whatever it is. It doesn't matter. I've had friends that can't read or write but can build fucking motor cars, can build homes. It's like, you know, practical shit. You know, those that do and those that can't teach. He's a fucking teacher. That's it. Fucking.
The thing is, give it 10 years time. When he looks back on his last 10 years, he's got to stand by that body of work he's just created. I bitched about Lee, I bitched about Seth, and what's he going to look like? Just a bitch at the end of it.
No, that's like I said, it's just, and then he just keeps on. But then he tries to, like I said, he tries to do it like, so people follow him. He tries to do the old poor me. I know I'm not the best bodybuilder out there. I know I don't have the greatest genetics. So I was like, yeah, look at Greg. He's not talking himself up. You know, but, you know, when he gets off there, he's looking at himself in the mirror, fucking stroking his cock. Fuck yeah, Greg, you are the fucking best.
I think he was doing push-ups before he come on.
Oh, who knows? What? The way he does his stupid faces and fucking, it's like, really? It's like, oh my God. It's like, it's just clickbait. Now we've just given him more clickbait. He's going to put this on about us. But I just don't share it. I just don't share it anymore. It's like, I'll get more people abusing me. It's funny though, because then on Instagram, I set my, you know, you can set your parameters now to age group that follows. Once I set it to, it's in the settings. I didn't even know you could do it, but it says if someone's got their true birth date on their profile, I set it to 21. Haven't heard from any more of his fans ever since. Oh dear. Fucking hell, but that was funny. It's like, yeah, it's amusing, but yeah, I guess, like I said, it's his clickbait. It's his little spiel that he needs. And like I said, every one of his fans that abused me, you wouldn't even think they went to the gym. It's like, I think I was watching like a fucking remake of the Village People or something. It's fucking ridiculous.
So when are you in the future? Have you got any plans to come back to the UK to see Aaron, to see Dean? I mean, what's the future hold for Lee Priest at the minute?
At the moment, I'll have to get back to the UK. Aaron would have to leave his little residence in Spain to return to the UK. You know, he's doing it so hard. I wish it was fucking wintertime in Spain again, because I'm sick of seeing fucking videos of Aaron with his fucking shirt off. I'm like, oh fucking hell.
It's not fucking tight, is it? It's not very
no fucks given. It's like, oh, shut up and put a shirt on. Yeah, so I wish it was cold again, so he wouldn't fucking keep walking around without the shirt on. Yeah, I don't know, but I'll probably be back over there sometime. I guess when all these lockdowns lifted and all that sort of stuff, and you can travel again. But yeah, I'll either be in Spain or back in England. I know he's probably missing England, Aaron, even though he's acting like he's enjoying Spain.
Yeah.
He's in lockdown. I think they've released the lockdown now in Spain, so he's been out getting.
It's like Aaron always flaunting the law. You know, it's essentially can go from here to there, and then Aaron's like, oh, yes, I'm just going out with the Lamborghini on an essential trip. It's like, oh yeah, just pushing it at you. Yes, it's essential. I'm taking the essential long way around. Give the car a drive.
Oh my days. So have you two between you got any story, like funny stories from when you were like training, or you know these Dean's told me a couple of that, like these podcast things that went on.
Oh god, yeah. Don't ask Lee. It's just gonna get out of control, isn't it? Give us some inspiration first.
I've got those funny videos I showed Dean of when Aaron was trying to attack me and I kept putting him in a chokehold, taking him to the. That's the funniest thing ever. It's like, how many times did he go at me? Like 5 times, and each time it ended up with him in a chokehold on the ground.
You was asking earlier, weren't you, if Lee's a bully? Well, you need to see those videos. All he done was beat the fuck out of Aaron all day long. Flapping him around, choking him, belly punching.
I'll have to send it to you. And the same thing every time you go in and put his head down, so I just go and down.
We'll do that. Just put Greg's face on on Aaron's.
But even the one where he tried to come up behind me and grab under my back, he just ended up going over my back on the floor and choked out again. And then I had to fucking slam his head into the ground and ass rape him. So it was like, you know.
I think he did that on purpose because he enjoyed it.
I know. That's why he kept coming back, wasn't it?
He was pushing back.
He was, actually. I thought that was a bit strange. Normally they try and get away.
Stop it.
He just trips over on the floor and his ass is up in the air conveniently.
Yeah, exactly.